Hey there, and welcome back to my Lane Changer series. Today's is about Jessica Waraich, and it's called Changing Lanes When You're Still on the Career On-Ramp. Jessica came into my life a decade ago as the then girlfriend of Jack's youngest son. Still in her late teens, she was studying to be a healthcare professional. Much has happened since. Jess's story is about knowing early on when you've made the wrong choice and not being afraid to switch paths. She knew her creative light needed to shine. She's a photographer now, and like her many other clients, I'm particularly grateful. Jessica grew up in Brampton with her mother, who knew from her own experience growing up in the Philippines that healthcare professionals always had work, wherever they ended up. Jess took that philosophy on, wanting to meet her mother's expectations, despite loving the visual arts all through high school. She cried when she didn't make the cut for nursing school. It was her first moment of questioning her life. Instead, she completed a health sciences diploma at George Brown College and pursued a dental assistant program on her way, she thought, to a career in dental hygiene. At this time, her relationship with Jack's son had ended, and she had met her now partner. He and his crowd were all freelance creatives. Her partner carried a camera with him all the time and moonlighted shooting music videos. The spark for art Jessica felt in high school reignited, and soon, when she wasn't studying, she was in the thick of the creative world. Her new circle saw her interest and encouraged her. If we can do this, so can you. She took the leap and left college, again with tears, but this time knowing she was pursuing something that was genuinely her. She was 22. Waraich started out with her lens focused largely on A-lister local musicians. It gave her a new appreciation for the kind of life that must be, as she saw them warm to the way she kept her feelings, any feelings she had of being starstruck, in check. She knew she'd arrived herself, though, when Spotify included one of her photos on a billboard at Toronto's Yonge Dundas Square, now called Sankofa Square. Seeing her image on a medium other than a handheld device gave her new confidence. With the end of pandemic restrictions, Jess was able to expand to other markets, including her now thriving wedding events and newborn photography, using her business name, I Do Studios. Being in the love and family-making business has been lucrative, too. While things were financially tougher during COVID, she's making enough now with her camera that she could support herself and her 3-year-old River, whom she's raising with her partner, if for some reason she ended up alone. Jessica knows financial independence is important for every woman to achieve. And she loves the work, too. Anytime Jess has had a 9-to-5 job, she's felt like a robot, but not so with the camera, which she says is magical work, keeping her on her toes to respond to whatever's happening. Getting the work, though, is not magic. Jessica works hard to market herself on social media and submits pictures to bridal sites for publication. Perseverance and resilience are the key. Even her mother, unenthusiastic as she's been about Jessica choosing the photography lane, has seen that it works out if you stick it out. As I always do, I concluded our interview asking 2 questions. First, if she had to do it again, would she? Absolutely. No question. Even the healthcare part of her story is important to defining who she is now at 30. And second, is there another lane in her future? Jess is realistic about the longevity of being a wedding photographer for 2 reasons. It's hard work being on her feet all day, and young couples want young people to document the important events in their lives in ways that are on trend. So yes, likely another lane change. She doesn't rule out returning to healthcare, fulfilling the need to help people. Lane changing is already starting in her circle. One friend at 34 has just switched from music to architectural technology. Jessica laments the fact that high school perpetuates this narrative that you have to know what you want to do for 40 years. It's just not realistic. Despite being creatives in the image-making business, Jessica and her partner decided not to splash River all over social media. When I told her how much I admire this, Jess smiled. I can tell she's proud too. One day River will decide when it's time to debut to the world, she explained, but not before. That's a sign of someone who knows we each need to choose our own lane, just as Jessica did 8 years ago. If you want to check her work out, her website is at idostudios.ca, or take a look at my website where you can see her great pictures of me in Chandlerville, my little house. Thanks for watching.